We're not bitter over here. We still believe in love over here. And I thought to myself, just because somebody is trying to warn you about some of the pitfalls in love and dating doesn't mean that they're bitter.
Hi beautiful people, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strand and here is Ballistic Juice. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovely, so I came across this trending video on my For You page on TikTok where this 47-year-old woman is set to get married to a guy she actually met online, as in 30 years late. That 30 days later, they are planning to get married. And this actually got internet talking. A lot of people have of the opinion that this is so rushy, and she was like trying to say that, oh my goodness, she is not bitter and she is here for all the love. And this actually got people triggered. It got people talking. A lot of women, black women, stitch this video, as well as clear women as well. Guys, I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. If you're gonna accept this kind of love, leave it in the comment section. And if you think otherwise, or you think it's it's too pushy or too fast, you can still leave it in the comment section. All right lovelies, I'm just gonna roll it. Please remember that this channel does not support any form of bullying, harassment whatsoever. Please, we do not support any form of that. We are just here for educational purposes, informative purposes, and let's get into the video.
30 days ago, I met a man on Match.com and we're getting married. Let's get into it. I'm at home doing my thing. I still believe in love. This is the side of TikTok where we still believe in love and magical things are happening, and we are not angry at the fucking world and think everyone is out to get us. The giddy feelings and the authentic love connections and all those.
This just needs so much context. Okay, so first of all, this woman is 47. I know, right? Black don't crack, so I have to be a black woman. No, she's an absolute stunner, but it's the mentality that has me concerned. Because there were lots of people who were saying, yes, wonderful, but, do your due diligence, do a credit check, a background check, blah, blah, blah. This was her response.
Getting married, and I've known him for now about 32 days. Let's get into it about all these questions about prenups, STD tests, background checks, credit checks, X checks, all the checks. Let's get into it. Grab your tea. Okay, now that I have your attention, let's just all calm down. Because y'all are wearing me the fuck out, okay? With all of y'all's comments. First of all, thank you for all the positive comments. Okay, first question. Prenup. We discussed a prenup before we actually met in person. We're responsible adults. Someone said, why are you rushing? Why don't you take more time? Why don't you take more time? Where's your man at? Why are you worried about me taking time? Why are you invested in me taking more time? It's not rushing, it's alignment. Spiritual people know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know.
I will spare you all of the answers because they're all like that. Oh, did you and your man get an STD test? And y'all are this and y'all are that. Like, whoa, they're just trying to help you. But the defensiveness totally made sense when I saw this video because, I guess a lot of people are like, oh, we want to see the happy couple. And these are the videos she put up. Two different videos and you can't even see this man's face. Bunch of pictures, two different videos. I have not seen this man's full face, not one time. But it's giving, you're creating the appearance of all this activity, the appearance of doing the right thing, but you don't actually want to, learn information that might help you. If you put up his full face, somebody might come with his full face back and say, hey, yeah, this is actually my husband, or this is my stalker, or, something that you don't want to hear. I've talked about this phenomenon before. I have said women over a certain age either get marriage amazingly right or they get it so wrong. And I used the examples of the woman from the first season of Dirty John, Jennifer Lewis. Yes, that Jennifer Lewis, who has been in love scams twice, not once, but 2 times. Scammed out of thousands, in one case, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Terry McMillan of Waiting to Exhale and How Stella Got Her Groove Back fame. Mel B of Spice Girl fame. And there's a common denominator. It's rushing. A lot of people in the comments tried to warn this one about like love bombing and things like that, and she just did not want to hear it. Oh, we're in love, we're aligned. Then a little time won't matter. Why the rush? And honestly, I love marriage. Nobody is more of an advocate for marriage than me because it will protect your assets. But the wrong marriage is a drain to your assets. The wrong marriage is dangerous. My friend actually made a meme of me. It's the little red dress girl meme, you know, where the guy's looking and the little red dress girl is marriage and I'm the guy in the blue shirt. And it's like the girlfriend is any other relationship type. Because it's true. I don't believe in this cohabitation. I don't believe in being together for years on end. But I also don't believe in rushing into the most serious legal commitment you can make. This person is going to be your closest relative. They are going to have legal access to your assets. They are your primary decision maker if anything happens. Like, this is not something to rush into. And this is unfortunately a scenario I see quite often with older Black women. Candace Kelly, all love to her, really covered this phenomenon so well when she talked about hospice care wives. She's the inventor of that term. Go follow her. But yeah, she said when her friends started turning 40 and they're doing amazing in their careers, all of a sudden these leech men swoop in and they, you know, want a comfy place to die. And so they get married. Oh, now that they're old and broke down, they're finally ready to settle down and leave these women in, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars in healthcare debt. Their adult children, the man's adult children, are coming into the woman's home to take things away once their father dies. It is a nightmare. And I can say I've seen it from the other side. You know, nobody in my family has ever married anybody broke. Hello. But it doesn't matter. As a woman, it's not just about the finances. Being a caretaker is draining. I can say that because I've been one. To older people in my family, it was a great honor. I love my grandparents. I love my other relatives. But if you don't have the right support system and the right, you know, community, it doesn't matter. I have a relative who married a literal millionaire. He had bad health issues and he passed away, and, you know, she was over 40 and whatnot, and it drained her dry. The whole experience was extremely taxing because guess what? Caretakers need support, and the people who you hire, the 24-hour nursing staff and whatnot, they still need orders. Only you can make his medical decisions. Can his nurse do that? No, she needs you to tell her what to do. The doctor has to meet with you. You have to go to the care appointments because this person is no longer in their right mind and they need you to be the one communicating. Okay, this is what we're doing. You have to communicate with their adult children. It's all on you. The one time I think women should not be so eager for marriage is actually after you are, you know, a certain age. Financial obligations, you know, does he still have minor children? Does he, you know, owe somebody alimony? You just don't know this quickly. Finally, she said, this is not so unusual. A lot of people are sharing their love stories in her comments, and it's true. A lot of people are. My own parents, I tell you all the time, met in high school. My dad saw her literally one day in a high school hallway, you know, said a light shined down on her from heaven. He knew this was the one for him, and they have been together ever since, married nearly 40 years, which is a beautiful story. And everybody in the comments who shared the story, it's beautiful. But what you're missing out is those people are typically part of the same community. My mom said she goes home and she tells her parents, oh, I met this guy. His name is blank. And her parents immediately know his family. You know, they're Black people who went to a high school that had been segregated like 10 years before. So yeah, they were some of the only Black people there. Of course, her parents knew his parents and knew of his family and said, yes, you are allowed to date him. He can come over on Sunday for dinner because the blank family is a fine family. My great grandmother, who was born in 1910, said eons ago, yes, you know, you marry a man from the community, you don't want a quote drifter. And that's a man who comes into town that nobody knows because he could be from anywhere. He could be, you know, have done anything. And in the age of the internet, yes, we are all more connected, and it's possible to marry somebody who was more distant. Our community has gotten larger in a sense, but in essence, this guy is a drifter. And I think part of her does know this, and that's why the defensiveness. Last thing is, she said, it's been so long since I felt like this, I just want to go with the flow. I get it. I do. I'm sure after, however long in the dating game, the periods between when you meet somebody that you're really excited about grow longer and longer. And you just want to leap in. You want to marinate in the good feeling with both feet. So marinate in the good feeling. Have fun, Go out on all the dates. Enjoy all the life, Go out in the world. Hold hands, take pictures, party down. But what does any of that have to do with marriage? I get it, because I'm always first in line to say, after a certain point of life, a man should not be wasting your time. He's 52. Yes, he should absolutely know what he wants. But there's a difference between him knowing what he wants and him proving, basically, that he's worthy of what he wants. A child can want ice cream for dinner. Doesn't mean they're going to get it. So yes, okay, you've made it clear that I'm what you want. Great, show me what I'm going to get out of this deal. Marriage is not a benefit. Men are a net negative unless they prove otherwise. So in 30 days, I cannot see him having proved that. I don't think that this video is going to reach the one. I didn't make it to reach her. I made it because this is something I'm seeing a trend of. I'm seeing a trend of these very quick engagements, very quick relationships. And I wanted to make my own stance clear because I always say, a year tops and the man should be proposing. You all seem to mistake what I'm saying. I'm saying a year until the actual engagement. And then it's going to take time to plan the wedding and whatnot. So it's probably going to be at least 2 years altogether before you get married. A year and a half at the very fastest. And that should be sufficient time. But a month is wild. A month is just crazy.
So I've been tagged repeatedly in a video of a woman who is engaged to a man that she met 30 days ago on a dating app. And the reason why I didn't comment on it was because when I first saw her video, one of the first things she said was, if you're watching this video, you're on the right side of TikTok. We're not bitter over here. We still believe in love over here. And I thought to myself, just because somebody is trying to warn you about some of the pitfalls in love and dating doesn't mean that they're bitter. So I was like, good luck to her. Congratulations to the happy couple. But since then, I've seen that I guess his ex-girlfriend has come out and basically explained that she also pursued in the exact same way. And she said that it was love bombing and that he expected her also to give up her career for him and to move for him. And he also said he loved her in a week. And he also said he wanted to marry her in a month. It was the same thing. This is what he does. This is his MO. Is he going to keep asking women until somebody says yes and follow through? I'm not saying this to shade this woman in any way, because the only advice that I would have is to be careful. Because one reason why some men want to move so quickly is because they know they're hiding something. And the faster they move, the less likely you are to discover their secret. When you're moving this fast, you can't find out if this man has an alcohol problem, if he doesn't have a home, if he's jobless, if he's married, if he has more kids than he says he has, or if he has kids at all. You're moving so quickly. How well do you possibly know this man? One of the best pieces of advice that my daddy ever gave me is that you don't know a man until you've seen him angry. In these 30 days, have you even seen this man angry? Anybody can pretend to be your Prince Charming if you only give him 30 days to do it. So clearly she wants our feedback or she wouldn't keep telling us the information. There's so many reasons a man can pursue you, but love doesn't have to be one of them. All we're saying is be careful. Lastly, let me say this. Whether you've known a man for 30 days or 3 years, a person could still switch up on you and show you a side of them that you never saw coming. People could also meet and marry in 30 days and be married for 30 years. The thing about love is the whole thing is a risk. Every bit of it is a gamble. And to the woman who made this video, I want to say this specifically to you. There are people out there who heard your story and they want to say, I told you so. They want to laugh. They want to point. They want to pop their popcorn and they want to celebrate being right. But that's not all of us. Some of us have seen this story play out one time too many, and they're just genuinely hoping that you don't get hurt.
The last video I saw, a girl was like, if a man wants to marry you that fast, he's hiding something. And I'm thinking, how do you know that? Like, you don't know him, you don't know her, you know neither of these people. Like, all of these like warnings that you all are giving are fear-driven assumptions that you're ultimately making, right? And I'm always gonna swing it back to self-concept, because y'all don't even know what that is. And then two, like, that's the only thing that mattered, though. Let track with me. Like, the baseline I'm seeing is like, okay, you don't know this man to marry him enough in 30 days, right? But what really matters is her story about herself, her story about love and relationships, and her story about men. And whatever her dominant story is about these three topics as it relates to who she is in her life is what she's going to get more of. As now, I'm getting all this ready to say on TikTok, right? And I'm thinking, for every reason why y'all think it won't work, right, there are 1,000,001 other reasons why this could work. And you all don't know if she has a story. This lady could have a whole story that, you know, every man that she meets wants to marry her and commit to her. Out of 99 women that the man has ever been with, she can be the one. She is the one of one. That he respects her, he prioritizes her, he treats her like a queen, that he gives her everything that she could have ever dreamed of. He's the most ideal man that she's ever met. Like, you don't know what her story is. You don't know what her concept is, because none of us know her, right? This is what I was prepared to come on here and say. So I stumbled over a video of her responding to all of the responses about her situation. The lady literally said everything that I was gonna say. Like, she talks about how for her it's normal for men to, you know, buy her flowers, take her on trips, and then I saw another video where she was talking about like what she believes to just be possible for her own self. She has top tier self-concept. She has a good story about men and about love and relationships. And you know what she's going to get? Her dominant story about herself, about love and relationships, right? The thing is, we are so programmed to assume the worst that really, for fear of being disappointed, fear of being let down again, fear of not having love, like all of y'all's responses to this woman was just fear-based. And y'all put it in the guise of warning. What really matters is her dominant belief about herself, about this relationship, about the man that she's with. That's all that matters, because what she dominantly believes is what she's gonna see reflect in her life, just like all of y'all. The umpteenth thing that I love is her response to all of the feedback was so grown. She is like the rich auntie. And as I'm looking at her video, I was looking at the background, I'm looking at her place. I'm like, oh my gosh, she probably believes in like manifestation. She's probably done a lot of work on herself. She's probably going into the, like, I could just kind of see like some changes she's made and like who she is has just kind of gotten her to where she is today. Do you know this lady literally said everything that I was thinking? Like, she talks about her relationship history, but how she had to change herself in order to attract a different type of man into her life. You all never know. This could be the relationship. This relationship could be the most ideal relationship that her or this man has ever been in. And as long as she believes that this is possible for her, that she can have that, she will have it. But y'all so busy giving bad advice, that's really fear-based, and y'all so busy worrying about this lady and who she marrying, that you don't even, like, none of y'all look in the mirror at yourselves when it comes to your own love life and your own dating life. Like, when was the last time you looked at you? Like, in 2024, y'all want love and relationship, y'all don't have to do it a different way. And the place to start is you. I'm telling you, like, do the research. This world is just a reflection of your dominant story about yourself and about other people. It's only going to reflect what you dominantly believe you can have, you can do, you're capable of, whatever's possible for you. This stuff about not knowing somebody in 30 days, like, that's only your assumption. That's your belief. You scared that the man that you met on the first date got a wife and kids somewhere in the Bahamas or something. Like, that's your fear. But that's not everybody's fear. And just because you live off fear doesn't mean that everybody else is supposed to tread lightly because that's your fear. Like, y'all just kind of projecting, you see what I'm saying? But if you want love, you got to decide what it is that you want. You got to reassess like your story around love, men. Everybody ain't on the hate a man train. And just because we ain't on the hate every man train don't mean we a pick me either. Like, it's just not like, it can't be everybody. Like, sometimes you just got to look at you. And I'm telling you, if you want this relationship that you say you want, ask yourself, if the man that you really wanted or the woman that you really wanted came to you today, would you be able to keep them? You know, if a man wanted to give you everything, would you believe that it was too good to be true? Would you believe that he was probably cheating, something probably wrong with him? He might be gay. Like what are some of the things that would come to mind if what you really wanted came to you today? Would you be able to sustain that? If the answer is no, don't give nobody else no advice. Don't worry about who marrying who. Just worry about yourself. Look in the mirror and work on you so that you can have what you want and stay out of other people's business. Even though she put it online, I get it, right? I get it. You still need to worry about yourself. Whatever she put, regardless of what she put online or whatever, like, work on you this year.
I know y'all do because it was just a week ago. Now, I want to believe in love, but not that fast. And if you in your 40s, please do background checks because clearly something is wrong with this man. So y'all done found the man. Y'all done found his ex-girlfriend, fiance, whatever she was. Y'all done found out he was living by another name. And all we needed was a picture, sis. If you was like me, my friends is FBI agents. The first date, the first hour he at my house, we done got his address in his ID. I was waiting for this to happen.
This girl posted a video and she was like, let me tell you the story of how I'm getting married to a man that I just met 30 days ago online. Babe, I don't want to watch that story. I don't even want you to be in that story. Like, I have watched enough true crime that story, I don't think it's a good idea. But anyway, let me not project. It's a little scary to me. I'm here for the wedding bells, but 30 days? Girl, can you at least get your period twice in the relationship? Anyway.
So y'all know I'm not one to gossip, right? But did y'all see that video of that girl saying that she met this guy on Match.com? They known each other for a month and they just met. And they're getting married in 30 days. And of course, everybody in the comments is like, girl, run, don't do it, girl. Do a background check, do all this, right? Basically, she comes back and she's like, do y'all do background checks on y'all men? Yes, we do. We do. And especially the age that she is, I would think that she would be telling us to do that. Meeting someone and getting married in 30 days is wild. You can be with someone for 2 years and they won't start showing your true colors. Comes back and she's like, where's y'all man? Like, basically, like, I got my man, and y'all don't got anything. Right? So everyone is like, it's a canon event. Let's just see how it plays out. When I tell you the algorithm is algorithming, today, I'm scrolling down my timeline and I see this girl. She stitched the video and she's like, it's my friend's ex. And he did the exact same thing to her. The story is so similar. And these women kind of look alike. He has a type, clearly. So basically, he love bombed her friend. She was in a master's program or something. And he tried to make her like quit, basically like give up on her life dreams or something. Y'all can fill me in the comments because I'm just summarizing for y'all. So he basically did all that and then left her. Seems like there was some overlap, but she was saying that the story that the girl was saying is lining up with what her friend went through. I don't know, y'all. We just gonna have to let this play out because Miss Mama's over there is basically saying she's not listening to us and she's in her Delulu land. And, of course, there's people in the comments that are supporting her like, girl, forget these people. They're just haters. Yes, we're haters, but we're also watchers too. We're just gonna watch. Craziest thing about this is this lady is 47, 3 years away from 50. It's a canon event, y'all. It is a canon event.
I want to say this is the right side of TikTok, the side of TikTok where us girls still believe in love.
My original followers watched me going from very single and manifesting love into my life and crying over men to falling in love. I went on a journey to find love, and I met my fiance, and I am now engaged, and he is the love of my life. So that is this is the side of TikTok over here. My original followers, I am a lover's girl. I love love. Call me a sap, call me a hopeless romantic, all of that. But baby, you are getting love bombed. And I need you to understand that you are getting love bombed. As someone who has been love bombed and didn't realize it at the time by men in the dating scene, it is clear as day to all of us that these are giant red flags. Marrying a man that you've only known for 30 days is quite literally insane. While I am the most positive person you will probably meet and wanting everybody to find love, if I had a friend that told me this story, I would say, pump the brakes. This is crazy. You need to take a step back. And all of us are seeing all of the red flags. And girl, please do not marry this man. I know a few people are chiming in about this topic, and I think I saw one of the videos on my For You page about one of the girls who knows this man. I actually want to go back and watch the video, but this is screaming giant red flags and love bombing all over it. A man who is serious about marrying you and knows that he wants to wife you up will continue to date you in the proper fashion, even if he knows this is my wife. He's going to go through the dating process in the proper way, and I would say he would not even ask you to marry him on the minimum till at least 6 months. I think that's a little early, but I know for some people it worked for them and they're living their best life. But trust me when I say marrying somebody within 30 days that you don't really know and is throwing out all of these red flags is crazy. And if I'm remembering correctly from the video I saw on my For You page this morning, there was the girl who came on here telling her side of the story about her friend who ID'd the man because she dated him. And in their story, they were together for 9 months and he love bombed her. He was trying to make her move and not finish her degree to go move with him. And he was telling her, I love you after a week. Those are all clear signs of love bombing. And I really want you to wake up. Please, this is not a good decision. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart with somebody who wants everybody to find love. But baby, this is not it. This is not it. So please listen to what people are saying. These are giant red flags.
A video of a woman in her 40s, and she said that she just met a man on Match.com about 30 days ago and they are getting married. And if you have like anything to say, you know, that's the wrong side of TikTok, because on her side of TikTok they still believe in love and magical things. And I'm like, damn, what side of TikTok am I on? I shouldn't be over here, because I have been single for 4 years and I can never see myself getting married. I feel like in today's day and age, when things get tough, people just look elsewhere and they don't try and fix things. And I mean, I've been around the block. It's not like I've just been with one person, and it seems to be the case in all scenarios. And no matter like how nice you are or how accommodating you are, it still seems to be the same. And maybe I could just be a freaking terrible girlfriend. I'm good with that. I could be a handful, but I just don't see, like, it's been 4 years and I just honestly don't see myself risking it all in a marriage for anyone. Maybe it's like the trauma response in me. Maybe I need therapy, and I probably do. But I could never, like, 30 days? My God, I wouldn't even know your favorite color by then. Let alone, like, that I want to be with you forever. And then, again, people have the comments that say, you know, marriage isn't always forever. There's always divorce. Yeah, but that's a lot of red tape. And if I can avoid all of that red tape and all of the money that it will cost and all of the trauma, I'd rather just be alone forever. But let me know what you think.
So y'all know that woman that's getting married in 30 days. She met a man off a Match and they're going to get married in 30 days or something like that. You know, so she's on her app sharing her experience about how she's in love and she found her soulmate essentially, and they've only been talking for 30 days or so, and like he's the one. And you know how TikTok spreads like wildfire. So now you have his exes coming up talking about the kind of man that he is, and she saw the video and gave her opinion on everything. And it's like, as a woman, if another woman's telling you how this man is and you're not using your discernment to be like, maybe I should not marry him, let's date first before we get to that level, it's kind of cuckoo. She thinks she's feeling love, but what she's really feeling is limerence. So limerence is a state of being infatuated with somebody that's usually accompanied by delusions, which she clearly has. I mean, she even talks about it in her videos. Or the desire to have an intense romantic relationship with said person, which is what that is. It's the feel-good endorphins you get when you first start talking to somebody because everything about them seems cool, so you're clearly going to ignore all the red flags. So here's the thing, there's no tea to her because she is my Aries sister. We move headstrong. We move without thinking things through sometimes because I've been there before. But to marry somebody and then consider moving in with them is a bit too quick in my opinion. I take those videos into consideration and maybe just kind of like play my cards right with this man to see what he's really about before I commit to somebody to that degree. In one of her videos, she was like, well, if it doesn't work, we can just break up. You're marrying someone. See, I don't know when marriage became this thing of just like play, he's my husband, she's my wife, now we're getting a divorce. I take that serious. So when I'm committing to someone to that degree, I'm not playing no games. Anyways, all I'm trying to say is, sis, since you posting all the highlights and all the feel goods, when shit hit the fan, I want to see. Don't leave that part out. Not saying it will, but we want to see too.
So that video is like blowing up everywhere and everybody's got their opinion. So I don't really have an opinion that's bad because I met my husband and we were married within 4 months of knowing each other. When I was married, we met October 1st. He proposed October 17th. I accepted November 4th. We were married on December 22nd. And we were married for 21 and a half years. So, thankfully there was not social media back then to weigh in and place their opinions. If I can say anything, because I am divorced now, we didn't make it forever. But 21 and a half years is nothing to be sneezed at. We raised 4 amazing adults. We now have 6 grandchildren. It is what it is. There are marriages that don't make it who have known each other for years. So, my whole thing is this. Marriage is a full-time job with lots of overtime. It requires focus and dedication of both people. So, for those who are married, I'm thankful for the shining examples that you guys are. Love is a decision. I hope that you guys who are married, that you guys decide to work on it and work it out. That while you are in a relationship, married or not, that you decide to communicate and that you put your partner first. Those are things that I've learned. These are the things that I learned. You know, you have to decide to love your partner. It is a decision. It was not easy. You know, when I look back, and I'll put a photo of when I got married, but when I look back, I was a different woman then. You change, you grow. And if you don't communicate, you will definitely grow apart. So these are the things that I learned when I got divorced. You cannot stop courting. You have to keep dating each other. You have to keep falling in love over and over and over again. The woman I am now at 55 is not the same woman I was when I got married at 21. Please keep a special place in your heart for that person. That special place is for your partner, your spouse only. And you have to guard it and protect it. So, and always see the best in your partner, your spouse. So, those are just some little bit of tidbits, little bit of tidbits. Whether she marries this person in 30 days or not, it can last. Take it for someone who went 21 years and we were engaged after knowing each other basically 30 days. We just didn't have social media to weigh in. So. Oh, I forgot. Communicate. Can't say that again. Can't say that enough. You have to communicate. Men, women, none of us are mind readers. You have to communicate. You have to express what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what's going on, what's upsetting you, what you like, what you don't like, what you need, what you don't need, all the things. Communicate. You have to, because if you don't, then you get upset and then you have expectations that are unmet and it just could be a hot mess. Communicate, 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 and communicate again, and again, and again, and again. Anyway, so yeah, those are things. Some of the things that I learned from being married. But it doesn't matter if you know the person 30 days, 50 years, 20 years. The only thing about marrying someone that you just met is that hopefully you get past the PR person and get to the real person. And that's the biggest issue. But you'll find out. She'll find out, they'll find out, or they'll be happy. Because like I said, I did it and was married 21 years.
I see a lot of people talking about the woman who is getting married to the guy she met on Match.com in 30 days. And I just want to say this. You cannot say that you would not get married in 30 days because you cannot get married in 30 days. No one wants to marry you in 30 days. So until the opportunity presents itself, I think it's a little hard to say what you can and will not do. I promise you, if you've already been married before like she has, and you are 47 with life experience, and you met someone who checks off all your boxes and actually wants to marry you, you would highly consider. If you're still like, nah sis, I don't care who asks me, I would never, that's fine, but stop projecting your fears on other people. I know multiple people who have done this and they are just fine. I also know people who have dated for 10 years and divorced in 1, so do what you will with that information. Okay, bye.
So lovely. Apparently, this 47-year-old woman practically met a 56-year-old man or 54 years old man on a dating app which is called Match.com, and they got talking. One thing led to the other. They liked each other. They started exchanging text messages, chats, sending pictures. You know how it is when all the relationship things start. So the video calls and all of that, they began to build a relationship that actually was so fast, and one thing led to the other again. In between 30 days of their meeting each other online, chatting, dating, and all of that, they decided to fall in love. And they started dating, and before you know it, they are proposing marriage. And she came online to share this good news to the world, like, oh my goodness, I met a guy on Match.com, and everything was just so good, and we are just 30 days and we're planning marriage. And she's so happy, and a lot of people were like seriously, like, you guys just met and it's just 30 days and you guys are planning marriage? A lot of people have their own opinions. A lot of people stitch her videos. Some people give reason why she shouldn't rush into this marriage, coupled with the fact her age and everything. And when you look at the woman, she is someone that is already, if you see her, that okay, she is not lacking nothing. She can actually take care of her own bills herself. And this got women, this got a lot of women talking, like, are you sure you're not making a mistake? Are you sure you're not going to be catfished? Are you sure you're not going to regret it? Are you sure that is a very good thing to do? Then she responded by, oh my goodness, that this her space is a space that believes in love, relationship, and marriage. That if you're coming here, that you should come by this side of TikTok, because this side of TikTok encourages relationship, marriage, love, and all of that. That she don't want to be that bitter black women. A lot of people are subjected, so many black women to be bitter, aggressive, self-hate, and all of that. She said it point blank. I want to be bitter. I chose to be happy. I chose to get myself involved with love. I chose to give love a chance. I chose to but the way she was going about it, she was asking, okay, if you say I shouldn't go for this, do you have a man? Do you have a man if you said I shouldn't go for this? And this got people stitching her video. A lot of people gave reasons why she shouldn't rush into those things. They told her to check her background, check his background, check everything, crimes, STDs, and all of that. And this actually got me wondering, like, in terms of relationship, nobody knows what is going to happen in future. The way relationships start rock does not justify how the relationship is going to end. There's some relationship that just started up and they actually ended well, and these people that is like telling her not to too much get involved in terms of marriage and all of that, they actually have their own interest at heart. They are not saying this or because maybe they are jealous of her or whatever. They are just trying to watch out for her because a lot of things is going on. There are so many negative stories about relationships like this. Even if you Google online, there are so many relationships that are unsuccessful that started this way, and there are also so many relationships that also successful that started this way. So it's just a one-way thing. So people that is trying to stitch, tell her to be very careful and all of that, they meant well for her as well. Then people that encourages her to, like, because when you go to her comment section, a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, go for it, you are there, encouraging her. They also felt that the relationship might also work out. So this is just an in-between, like a half 50-50 thing. So she's trying to find love for herself. I understand the perspective of some people telling her to be very careful because there are a lot of things going on. And do you know that someone actually stitched her video, which I'm gonna post on the part 2 of this video, telling her story where a friend of hers actually dated this particular guy. She's clamoring about that they are planning to get married after 30 days, and she also explained the same situation, the same how it's just gonna be a video for another day, which I'm gonna post and tag this video as well, so that you guys will understand what I'm trying to say. So therefore, if you're here and you think that this is gonna work out, or because I actually think that going into marriage, it's actually worked out, because there's a lady who actually stitched her video trying to tell us how she got involved with her husband. They dated then for 4 months. 6 months later to their dating, they got married and they had 4 children, and the relationship lasted for about 21 to 25 years, if I'm not mistaken. And the relationship actually lasted more than people that waited for years. So that is why I keep like, okay, I think this is just a one-way thing. It might work out for her. It didn't work out for you, maybe it doesn't mean that it would work out for her. Though I have not really seen, it's so rare to see a relationship of 30 years, after that they're into getting married and all of that. And personally, I would advise that this is just something 50-50. She should just enjoy the process. If you think marriage, marriage is something that comes with a lot. Marriage is another school of its own. Marriage is not something that, unless you just want to get married, later on you just walk out from the marriage. But if you really want to be married and stay in marriage, it's something that you just have to think about truly. Like, you really have to think about it truly, if this is what I want. You have to check the advantage and disadvantage. You have to check if this is actually what I want to do with myself, if I'm just going to end up for a long term with this person. If it's something you think you can give it a shot, why not? But people were like, okay, you have to be very careful, which I also understand them. You don't rush in this kind of situation. There are a lot of ungenuine people out there. Coupled with the fact that this man's background, maybe probably he left the other relationship because she's not trying to relocate to where he's living and all of that, so he just have to get someone else. But when I went to her page, she was just showcasing the man, and she's not showing the man's face. She was just showing this and then. Some people were like, why are you hiding it? Is it not better for you to just show his face so we can help you do a background checkup? But she did not want it. She doesn't want all those drama. She just want to enjoy every piece of it. She just want to enjoy every piece of the relationship. She she could enjoy before anything goes sour. I understand her. There are so many people that they are just tired of being single. They're tired of being single. They just want to get a man, enjoy the relationship, enjoy the process, enjoy life, party, go out places, see friends and all. You can just do that even without involving marriage. But since marriage is on it, it's something that we all, or she needs to look truly. She needs to look through it. Coupled with the fact of, her age. And the man's age also is something reasonable as well. So I don't see this as a 50-50 thing. It's either going to work out or it might not work out. Because I think the man is capable enough. She is also capable enough. Like in another perspective, let's just see it in this scenario. The man is, comfortable, capable. She's also, so I think they're in the same page. If the man, in the other hand, is trying to this, when we have to look in properly. But this woman is a woman of 47-year-old who has passed through life, and life has passed through her. She knows exactly what she wants in life, and she knows exactly what she want to achieve in life. We are just telling her, because we're looking out for her, and why we do that, we should also allow her to, choose whatever she want to choose as, because she's a full grown man, and the person she's dealing with is not a baby too. The guy happens to be a 57-year-old, I guess. It's just something, I feel that it's just a 50-50 thing. You might win or lose. When I first saw this video, I was like, oh my god, it's a rush. So I decided to, listen to some of other stitches. I was able to put a little, together, because there are a lot of stitches out there. A lot of people have their opinions, but I just have to pick up one or two. I was like, okay, it might actually work out for her, and it might actually not. So it's just a two-way thing. It's a 50-50 thing. If it works out for her, congratulations to her. And if it doesn't, still congratulations to her, because you actually, make your bed and you lay on it. And you are a full-grown woman. And you know what exactly you want. You have seen life and you have passed life. So you know exactly what you want. So guys, I don't know. This is my opinion. I don't, what do I know? Why not share me your own thoughts in the comment section? I want to know what you think. Yeah, you gonna, make this or score this a pass or nah? Leave your thought in the comment section. And if you have had experience and it actually worked out for you, you can also leave me your thought in the comment section. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, oh my goodness, please do your girl a huge favor to subscribe to this channel. Turn on notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, oh my goodness, you are welcome. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright, lovelies, I will see you when I upload my next video.